Hello, YouTube, ladies and gentlemen, gamers. Nationate888 here, your host, bringing you another free-for-all game. I do appreciate the feedback you guys have given me. On a side note, real quick, on sound quality and sound volume and stuff like that. So, if you guys have any more feedback on that, I'm trying to kind of fine-tune my audio here. That's including the microphone. I actually just changed the equalizer, like the settings or whatever again, because I felt like it was coming through a little bit too low or whatever, so we tweaked it again. Everything's like normal, hopefully. You guys can hear me okay. If you guys have enjoyed the content so far, please drop a like and subscribe. So today we played, I think this was our first game as Roos with the post-patch, the bounty change, right? There's, for those of you who don't know, you no longer get bounty for hunting animals, but you do get a bounty, a much smaller bounty for harvesting animals. So as we hoped to, we found a deer to spawn on so that we can get some gold from that, from hunting or from farming those, harvesting that food rather than killing them. And we're playing on a map here with a few Roost players as well, actually, a couple other Roost players. So no fighting over bounties anymore, which is nice. I was worried it was going to be a huge nerf. But after just playing this game, I'll tell you guys this, and not as much of a spoiler, but because you're able to play kind of greedy in FFA, build these, hunting cabins right away here. And you're also starting in nomad mode, right? Like you can build one of these, drop one of these right away. It did help a lot, and I didn't notice having any gold issues this game. In fact, I don't even think I started mining gold until Imperial Age, because I went for like a lot of hunting cabins right away. So we'll see how this goes. Purple here next to me, the Chinese player, almost loses his king coming into my base, but he's able to pull back just in time, and he's doing all right. He has, for some reason, built an outpost right here. Yeah, so purple, as we can already see here, probably not the most experienced player. I don't know why he built it. Maybe he was hoping he saw these deer and he wanted these. I don't know why he... This is a very random place to build. I guess there is a gold, there is wood, there is food, but, typically you don't want berries right away. If you can avoid it. I mean, sometimes you can't, but you get what you're, given, right? So anyways, let's go ahead and speed things up here. Get into this game. We do see a king scouting very dangerously, but he's going to back up. We have a lot of players down here on this kind of southeast side of the map. Looks like that's going to be kind of a nice situation for us. We do have a one sacred site game. As you can see, we have an HRE player. He's not exactly in the middle, but he's over here. Looks like he's going for his fast age ups though. And interestingly enough, put his chapel over here. So what I've decided to do is build the Kremlin, since I'm so close to purple here. I wanted to put it in a place where it denied resources. This was probably not the best. I probably should have moved a little closer to his food here. I initially placed it up here, and then his TC was hitting it, so I backed it up a bit. I just wanted to kind of secure this stone for myself. I didn't even see this gold here. I think I unfortunately missed that until right about now, where I came through and was like, oh yeah, that's where I probably should have put the Kremlin to deny this gold, but it's here now. It's almost done. We're not going to worry about it. And we see a very interesting wall in here by the red player, Bruce player as well. He's also getting a Kremlin. Very worried about this. I guess he's a little bit behind, quite a bit behind on where Teal is at. Teal's already got his Kremlin up. Kremlin on Kremlin action here. No pun intended. So let's see. So me and purple are kind of now I've decided to build some towers around here. I'm mining a lot of wood in order to get these hunting cabins up. You can see my gold per minute's also kind of skyrocketing, which is kind of nice pretty early on. And we actually do get a pick up there on a kill. And we see, this guy is about 17 bills to my 24, so already we're a little bit ahead of him, as I anticipated we would already be because of the deer spawn we have, right? And now we have passive gold income, so every minute that goes by, it's looking better for us. Getting some stone. I originally wanted to go 2 TC build. Then well, you'll see in this game, I kind of forgot about my guys over there on the stone because they're so far away from my base. I wasn't really, I had other things on my mind. We see green here in the middle is taking the sacred site, and he's getting his relics. So we'll see how many relics he ends up pulling up, but there's a few more he probably needs to scout that he hasn't gotten yet. One up here in my base, one in red base that he's not gonna be able to get that one, of course, but he can probably get the rest of these as long as he scouted them. And we see here that I'm tower rushing purple. So purple pulled his vills, but he was, instead of torching down the building right away, he started trying to attack my vills. So I just did a little trick and pulled one back at a time and was able to get this up. And you can see he's losing quite a few vills here. He's now down to he's now down to 13 vills and to my 34. So he's not looking too great. In fact, I think he might lose one more here. I decided to back up because he's going to quickly build that outpost. Since he's Chinese, he can build very quickly. And yeah, so purple not looking too hot here. Green does take the sacred site. Red is discovers that it is being towered, and he does announce it in the chat, which I don't pick up on right away, I think, but eventually I realize what's going on here. And it's kind of an awkward spot for me, right? Because purple's here, and I need to get to help the sacred site. But the good news is that purple is really weakened, so I'm not too worried about him. So I do feel like I can go ahead and... I was originally planning to use these to pressure purple, but then because of the sacred site, I'm going to instead transition there and do something else and try to help mid out. So purple expanding down to here. Looks like he's just trying to rebuild his economy after it's been damaged. He had a very slow Song Dynasty too, I believe. This Imperial Academy didn't come up until way later. So he's just not looking too great, right now. Dude, this would have been, nice. Kremlin right here, I think would have probably put him out of the game, right? And then this tower here, still, with the Kremlin right down here. Would have been great. Yeah. But we see Green's really taking over here. He has secured 4 relics. Fortunately, some players, it looks like Teal here, has gone straight into Trebs, and he's doing a lot of work to help take down the sacred site, which I wasn't aware of actually in this game because I didn't scout. I think at some point I scouted just to see that he was definitely trying to take this and hold it, and I saw that he was building outposts, so I knew. And so you can see I'm starting to rally my own units down here, but it looks like everyone will really be needed, right? Like we've got a lot of pressure coming in from all sides, which is nice to see. Some collaboration against the sacred site. Probably a bit of an overinvestment almost, I would say, by the Teal player here. A lot of Trebs that are, they're gonna break this. But I don't know if this is really okay. So hopefully he doesn't lose his Treb. He almost did there. I'm surprised Green even pulled back there, but yeah. So there is a town center here that can emergency repair, but it looks like it's on cooldown. He's already used it. Now Pink's hitting him as well. I'm starting to build my ramps because I don't know what's going on. I saw there was this, and then I saw that Teal was on the site, so I was like, wait a minute, okay. If Teal is gonna get this, then I'm just gonna turn around and deal with purple, because I know I saw he was building palace guards. Pink picks up the kill on the king, it looks like. I saw that purple was making palace guards, and I wanted to go back and defend and actually fight him and not worry about this. All these people are here, we don't need to get our armies in the mix and lose a bunch of units for nothing. We know that the king is probably already going to be secured by one of these other players, so there's really no need for me to get involved in this big old fight here. So we're pulling on back, and we're, you can see like we're in castle, right? We made an army off of 1 TC. Well, we have 3 TCs now. We actually finally remembered that we had that stone down here, and we got we finally added a couple. We just added a couple TCs, and we still have a pretty big. We have like 700 gold per minute almost, with all of our hunting cabins. So we're doing pretty good. And now you can see purple, of course, like I was mentioning earlier. He took too much damage early on. He just seemed a little bit inexperienced, and we were able to exploit his weaknesses. Not as well as we could have. We probably could have eliminated him much sooner with the Kremlin down here, I think. But you know, he's not really causing us too much grief here, right? Like, he's a pretty easy opponent, and we've taken him out at this point. So now I will have a kill, and Pink will. So Pink and I are both looking pretty strong right now. Let's see what happens next. It looks like Pink and Yellow are gonna go at it. Just a little bit of a wall here for Yellow, but Pink's gonna break through and clean up Yellow's siege. See, this is what I meant by like going into the middle, getting these fights for like no reason really. I mean, maybe these players were gonna fight anyways, but you're not in a great position, as Yellow was aware, because he built this wall, try to keep himself, you know, contained. But it wasn't enough. Pink had too big of an army, and now he's gonna pay the price for that. Meanwhile, Orange and Red are gonna be duking it out as well. So things are looking good for me, right? Most of the other players, except for Teal, are now fighting out. But Teal invested a lot into that sacred site. And now I can sit back and I can get my age up, right? I'm the second to age 4. It looks like Yellow beat me there. He's doing real well, eco-wise. Let's take a look at Yellow's situation. So Yellow has 128 economy. He did a 3 TC build. And, you know, he's Jushi, so... yeah, if he's already in H4, even though he lost this here, I think he's looking good, right? Like, he's going to be pretty strong. He just needs a kill, is what he really needs. Let's go back to myself. But the thing is, he's kind of got Pink coming in, and he's got Teal here. I don't know what Teal's... I guess Teal's also going to hit Red, and Red just instantly gives up. I think because Orange beat him back, and then he saw Teal coming on the other side. He just decided to GG. So let's see, where's his king at? Who's going to claim the king? Someone already claimed it? Maybe it was already claimed. We just missed it. Let's take a look at Teal's. So Teal has a kill, so Teal must have claimed it. Yeah, Teal got the kill. Maybe got fed to him. But anyways. Pink's coming down here now. Let's speed things up. Yellow is kind of flanking around the side while Pink hits him. Kind of an... I guess he didn't want to fight the army directly, fair enough. He's got horsemen mostly. And Orange looks like Orange and Teal are now gonna fight. So now this is the perfect situation for me, right? Because all the other players are fighting each other. Now I'm just sitting back and you know, getting you know, my upgrades, getting my eco going, getting everything how I want it to be. We're up to 100 level workers. We're in Imperial. We've gotten this nice high armory. We're gonna get these upgrades here for siege. And things look great. Because we haven't mined any gold. Also, another great thing I want to mention real quick. Okay, so it looks like, yeah, this snipe succeeded by Yellow. But one of the things I also wanted to mention was that one of the nice things about going for these quick hunting cabins is that, you know, you can save your golds, the golds in your base for later on. I mean, obviously someone else could try to take them from you, but assuming you're able to defend them, maybe you would want to wall normally and keep those golds secure, and then you have them for later, right? So we missed some of these relics here, it looks like. Let's go ahead and get back into the game. So Yellow was able to get the snipe off over here, so that's good. Yellow secures his first kill. So now he's looking really strong. Yellow's probably one of the most powerful players now. Aside from myself, let's take a look at the score. He's a little bit behind me, actually. Actually, Teal is very high on the score list too, so we'll see what happens with that. But he is situated in between 2 players. He does break through and take down Uncle Rob. Uncle Rob's landmark, the orange player, is just given up, or he's been defeated by landmark snipe. I was originally planning to come over here and hit orange, but then I saw Teal was there, so I was like, okay, Teal. I know that Teal has 2 kills. I was keeping track, and I said to Yellow, hey man, we gotta get rid of this guy. So we agreed to, and of course, you know, what can Teal do at this point? His army's not only his army out of position, he's got all the Kremlin spawning, or militiamen spawning, which is nice. But Yellow's torching him down. But he's able to run the king to his town center here, push Yellow back. But I'm coming through now. He's trying to build the wall. Very good, very smart thing to do. It didn't quite get the wall off there, unfortunately. That would have been very helpful for him. But we see now I'm able to bust through here and secure the kill for myself. So now I have 2 kills, I believe, and Yellow has 1. So even though we're playing as Jushi, one of the best civs in FFA, we're you know we're not the best civ probably, but we are doing pretty well for ourselves. I mean, I think that Bruce with this landmark in the late game is actually quite a big threat actually because of these upgrades on the high armory, and we do have a 50 supply advantage, so that's going to be very helpful. So what we want to do now is we want to secure the sacred site, of course, because there's only one. I mean, even if there was multiple, we could try it too, but especially because there's one, and we see that yellow trying to do the exact same thing as me. And now I'm just going to go ahead and grab it, build some keeps, secure these relics that I've discovered on the map. I found this little one here with a couple relics in it. That was a leftover from when they clear out the middle, I think. And we kind of run around each other because we don't really... I guess we do see... I see him right now. I don't know why I see him. That's a lot of vision I have right here. I guess because I just have units everywhere? Not sure. But there is a stealth forest over here that we're having some trouble with. We can see that you know, we're trying to run around each other, looks like. I'm trying to pull back and regroup. But right now my army supply is 159. You know, and climbing. And my opponent, yellow, he's got a much smaller military size because he's got so much eco. And he also has this 50 less supply cap, so that's gonna definitely come into play here and be very important in this game. So let's go ahead and let's see. So I'm breaking down the wall here and taking the sacred site. Yellow is desperately trying to get more siege workshops up and try to fight my army because I have a lot of infantry. But he's a little bit, you know, his army is just getting kind of getting over. He's trying to go for the counter snipe, so we'll try to keep an eye on both these battles here. We'll slow things down, see what happens. So this is being overrun, but he's trying to come up here and get on my base. But I've already stood a rally point and I have a keep up. But we forgot boiling oil. That's something to note here. We're getting it now, but it's a little bit late. Fortunately, we do have some units here, and I think our attack is a lot more threatening. In fact, we're chasing the king right now. The yellow, very clever player. He does something interesting here, which is well us into the path of where the king is going, and he actually does take a couple of my units there before I noticed and pulled back. And then, of course, he does have the keep down here, so it looks like the king is going to get secure. And I realize that there's a keep there, so I don't even bother targeting the king anymore. I just come up and I start trying to do as much damage as I can with what I've got. Meanwhile, I've thwarted his attack, so things are looking great for us. Okay. But the problem is now that my reinforcements are too far away. All my production's up here. Actually, I could have made some closer production. And once again, yellow very sneakily takes a few of my units while I'm trying to harass his farm economy. We do target the guys down, so he loses that eco for the moment. But then he's able to, because, you know, my units went forward here, my reinforcements are so far away, yellow is able to come up here and you know, just take a great fight against my siege. However, I think the damage has been done, right? Like, let's take a look here. I'm at 14,000 to 8,000 score. His economy's been damaged. He's out of food for some reason. He spent too much on food with these horsemen, these knights. And you can just see that, yeah, his military supplies is real weak. These aren't looking too great for him. So let's... I realize I've done something wrong here, guys. Sorry about that. We've shown you guys you know, the score or the game replay length or whatever. So sorry about that. I had it on the live recording setting instead of the replay setting. And now we're taking over the middle. There's a few minutes. Unfortunately, we can't see this tracker, but we're taking over the middle. Yellow has tried to set up a shop here with trebuchets and try to overrun my sacred site, but my army was already rallied here, and we're just overrunning him. Right? We have like so much stuff. We have, you know, men-at-arms, Strelskys, elite knights. We've got a very gold-heavy army because. Not only because of all of our free gold income as Rus, with the hunting cabins, and our, of course, we've got our high trade house, which is pulling in 295 gold a minute, which is great. You know, a lot of gold there coming through. And now we're able to mine up, all the gold that we neglected earlier on. Once we got to H4, we kind of needed a lot more gold, so we started finally mining up the map. And we did secure like 3 relics here. In fact, I think we may have even gotten 4. Yep, we pulled another one we found in the middle. So we've got 4 relics now. 2,600 gold per minute. Everything's looking great. 128 bills. Spearmen, men-at-arms, siege. Perfect army, right? The only thing downside, maybe we don't have a scout here, so we can't see what's going on coming into this stealth forest. But I think our army is just big enough now that it doesn't really matter. Take a look at our opponent. Yeah, his army's starting to dwindle. We've caught him with his pants down, with his siege, with his nest of bees out here in the stealth forest. He's having the same problem I was. And 2 minutes of sacred defeat, and I think our opponent is probably going to be ready to tap out real soon, or maybe he's going to make one more go at it. But I built more keeps, gotten the emplacements, and that's it, guys. Hope you enjoyed the game. I'm going to keep doing these casts, of course, but I'm also going to just upload some games live because it's a lot of work casting everything, and I see that you guys do sometimes like the live replays of the maybe of the shorter games, or I'm sorry, yeah, the shorter games. The longer games, maybe the casts are better. So since this was just kind of one I wanted to do because it's a little bit new to see the Roost gameplay. So anything interesting like that, I'll keep doing the casts on. But just like general gameplay and stuff, games we'll just maybe do live only from now on. So hope you guys enjoyed the content, and we will catch you in the next one. And here's the score screen if you're interested. You can see that I got my eco kind of late here. Because I forgot that I was mining stone. My TCs came out a little late, so a little mistake there, but I think for the most part we did okay on eco, even though like obviously yellow and teal were way ahead of us. They ended up getting taken out, so that worked out. Got a little bit lucky there. And you can see, our resources just skyrocketed in the late game. It was great. Military, we got the second kill this here. Let's see, it was right here. Yeah, the second kill was very key in defeating this other player. But I think because his economy was really good, but I don't know what happened with his food count. He spent a lot of his food for whatever reason. I guess right here, or before this fight, he spent like all his food on units, and it just didn't really. He never got a lot of it back because I think because my units went in and they started harassing his granary eco there, and he just kind of lost control there. So anyways, GG guys, catch you next one. Peace.